Hello and welcome to Yin Yoga. Today's class is going to focus a lot on twisting. This will also include a threaded needle, a cat pulling its tail. We'll use a bolster, a pillow, or some kind of sturdy cushion for a more restorative style twist towards the end of our practice. And we'll also use a strap here. And we're going to use the strap in the beginning to open up the shoulders a little bit, just to make cat pulling the tail and the reach just a little bit more comfortable when we get there. But no blocks are needed today. I've got my water next to me because my voice is fading in and out. Thank you, allergies, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get started in a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Ears, shoulders, and hips are in alignment. We're going to zip up from the pubic bone behind the navel, slightly tucking the chin. And we're going to breathe. And as you stay with this breath, notice if there's anywhere in the body that you could soften just a little bit more. So could you soften a little bit more through the face, through the shoulders, the hips? We're going to bring in the Ujjayi pranayama here. So this is that ocean breath, a victorious breath. Some people call it the Darth Vader breath. This is the one where you get that back of the throat constriction. So you can do it on an inhale, on an exhale, or both. If you're doing it on an inhale only, it's kind of like you're trying to make the AH sound. So hopefully you can hear it if it sounds like this. Good. And then as you exhale with it, you're trying to make a HA sound, but you're forcing that breath through the nose. So it sounds like this. And as I exhale on that, my belly button is also toning a little bit here as well. So you can choose. You can just do the inhale, the exhale, or both. I'm going to cue you to come back to this periodically throughout this practice because that one works really good when we go into twisty. So just take a few rounds. Stay here, return a normal breath, fingertips to the side, palms turn up, reach up overhead, look up there, touch those hands together, exhale, hands into heart center. So you can always create your intention here. So we are going to go into health affirmations. These are a little bit different than the one I did maybe a few months ago. So good health, good well-being could be an intention for you. We're just concentrating on the affirmations that I give you. And from here, once you're ready, we'll inhale, take that back up. Let's reach, turning the palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Good. We're going to take our strap here. Good. So if you've got a buckle, whether it's plastic or metal on the end, just kind of hold that in so when we move here, it's not going to flop around and hit you in the face. But I'm threading it between my pointer and my thumb. I've got nice tautness here, no slack. So I'm just going to lift up. I'm just going to side bend to my left. I want my shoulders and my hips to be in relative alignment. And I'm breathing and expanding here. Good. And we'll come back up. We'll take that to the other side. There's something about doing these side bends and openings with the strap that makes it really a lot more special. And then from here, we'll engage and come back up. So we'll do that again. We're going to take that over to the side. This time, if you can slide that hand down opening up. You can stay here if this is enough for you, or maybe you want to open to the back. Belly button stays in. Or take that C curve. Belly button is in. You're going to round forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Good. Breathe and expand. And then from here, when you're ready, we're going to open back up and come back to center. Taking that into the other side. Good. Coming into your side bend. Good. Anchoring down. You can stay here if this is enough for you, or you can open to the back, finding that nice stretch back there. Or belly button into the spine, getting that C curve roll, round, 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 forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. And then from here, we're going to open and come back. So on this one, if you want to, you can wrap your sides here. Okay. So we're going to go into a twisty flow. So I still have tightness here. I'm going to come up. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to come down. So feel that stretch in the back and come up, move through center and other side. And we'll come up, rotate to the left and lift and rotate to the right and lift and rotate to the left. We'll hold it here, bringing that strap down, rolling shoulders back. I'm still tugging on both ends. I'm looking on towards the back here behind me. I'm breathing and expanding that rib cage. You can bring the ujjayi in here if you wish. And when you're ready, we'll lift and come back to center. Taking that to the other side. Good. Lowering that strap down. I'm pulling on both ends. I'm rolling shoulders back. I'm looking behind me. Breathe and expand. And lift and come back. Good. We're going to put this to the side. We're going to come back to this towards the end of practice. And now we're going to come to all fours. We're just going to do some cat cows here. You can always push in those knees or wrists as needed. But I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide here, rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. Tops of the feet are down. And if I'm looking between my knees here, so my knees are directly under my hips, so I have a space. My feet are behind my knees, so they're not coming in here. They're behind the knees. Good. And then from here, belly button is an inhale. Take a nice cow pose. Exhale and round, mad cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Now come back to a nice little tabletop here. We're going to go into a side bend. So I'm just going to kind of look over my right and then move through center, look over the left. And right and left and right and left and right and left. Let's take this right into a thread the needle. I'm going to start opening up my left side first. So left arm's going to come out and I'm going to scoop. Belly button is in. I'm going to open and scoop. And one more time, we'll open. We'll scoop that all the way through. Hips stay over the knees. Good. You want your crown to tail to be in a nice long line. So if you've got your ear pressed to the floor, you're not in a long line. You've got a kink in the neck. So first affirmation, I am healthy and full of energy. I am healthy and full of energy. When you're ready, pressing through that right hand to help you come up here. Good. We'll take that to the other side. So right arm comes up and we'll scoop and open and scoop and open, scooping that all the way through. Hips stay over the knee. Long line from crown to tail. Use your left side, that hand and arm, to keep you in that alignment if you need to. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, pressing through left hand and coming back up. Good. Okay, let's come to a dragonfly here, also known as a wide-legged seated forward fold. So I'm just going to sit on my blanket here. Good. And I'm going to take my legs out to the side. And toes, knees, and hips are going to face the ceiling. Now I'm in an anterior tilt of pelvis. So what I've done is I've tipped my pelvis to where my hip bones come forward and my tailbone goes back. You can always cushion under the knees here if you need it. But from here, let's take, this will be just a 2-minute-er. From here, big inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, long spine, will come forward. Okay. So when you can come no more with a long spine, then that's when you want to take your hands down. Find that Ujjayi Pranayama, breathe and expand the rib cage. Toes, knees, and hips are still facing your ceiling. So I am healthy and full of energy. How about I take care of my physical body and allow my spiritual self to blossom and flourish. I take care of my physical body and allow my spiritual self to blossom and flourish. There are a few exceptions out there, but for the most part, people who are in good spiritual health tend to also be in good physical health. And I think the muscles that, affect your spiritual health as well, your belief system, chakra system, all of those kinds of things, it's very, very intimately connected with your physical body. So we want to take care of the physical body. And then from here, we're going to carefully walk that back up. Now, if you need to take your knees and legs and kind of shake them out for a moment, listen to your body and do that. We're going to come back into this wide leg position, and we're going to take this into a twist. And we're going to do this one for 2.5 minutes each side. Okay, so from here, big inhale and reach. Exhale, rotate towards the left. Fold towards the left. Both hips are anchored here, so don't let the right side pop up. You can hold your foot. If you can't reach your foot, just put your hands on the floor. And the belly button is in as best as you can. How about I believe I am worthy of good health? I believe I am worthy of good health. Or just take the believe part out and say, I am worthy of good health. Try to expand that rib cage as you inhale. You'll get a little bit more of a stretch down the side here. So I am healthy and full of energy. I take care of my physical body and allow my spiritual self to blossom and flourish. I am worthy of good health. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll carefully walk up from there and come back up. If your body, again, needs any kind of little movement, a little break, go ahead and take care of that. No worries. When you're ready, we will take this one to the other side. So from here, big inhale, exhale, I'm going to rotate towards the right. I'm going to fold towards the right. Coming back to the breath, breathe and expand. Other hip stays grounded. And take care of my body. So we're in Earth Day season, environmental awareness season. I monitor and minimize toxins in my environment to keep my body healthy and functioning properly. So I monitor and minimize environmental toxins in my environment so that my body can be healthy and function properly, or optimally is a better way to say that, optimally. So I just felt my shoulders kind of wanting to creep up by the ears here. So if you're feeling that sensation too, just relax them back down. Come back to Ujjayi if you can, just the inhale, just the exhale, or the full Ujjayi breath, inhale and exhale. Good. Carefully walk up out of there. Good. So we will kind of break from this pattern here. I'm just going to kind of let my knees bend a little bit here. We're getting ready to transition to come onto our back. We're just kind of doing a little bit of rotation here after that one. And when you're ready, we will make our way to our back. So from here, down. And we're going to prep here for a moment for cat pulling its tail. And we'll do that through a figure 4 version. So you can take your right ankle over the left knee. You can stay right here. You can bring it in and just kind of do a gentle hold, or you can kind of thread the needle here. A different way to thread the needle coming through. I think this one might be called eye of the needle. We're just going to get a nice little stretch, a little bit of a hip opener here. And we'll see why once we get into cat pulling its tail. So just like the shoulders being a little bit more open sometimes, the hips being a little bit more open before we get into there can be more beneficial. And when you're ready, we'll release that and we'll take it to the other side. Good. So from here, find your figure 4 in the version that suits you, suits your body, suits the side right now. So I make conscious choices to improve my physical health every day. I make conscious choices to improve my physical health every day. That might be walking more. It can be exercise walking in the neighborhood, but that can also mean parking at the back end of a store parking lot and walking up through the door. It might mean, if you're not used to eating salads, maybe trying to incorporate, a little bit of a salad into your day. And then from here, we'll come down. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. I'm going to reset the timer. This is going to be a 3-minute one. And we'll come into cat pulling its tail. So I'm going to show this to you from a couple different angles. The version that we're going to do today is, I'll show this to you from this angle. So I'm here, I'm stacking my knees a little bit. Good. This front knee, this top knee is the one that's going to be more forward. From the hip, I'm going to take this back leg back. This top arm is the one that's going to reach back and try to bind with this foot back here. And then this other hand can be right here. So I'm in a twist. I will show you this from a different angle. Apologize for the view, but sometimes having that kind of view explains things better. So from here, where do I want to go? I'll go here. So I'm laying here. Good. My knees are bent. My front knee might come in a little bit more. It might stay where it is. My bottom leg is going to come back. It's still bent. My top arm is going to reach back. Try to bind with that foot toe. You can even hold on to pants here. And once I've bound, I'm going to open up the shoulder here. My belly button is in. I do not know why they call it cat pulling its tail. Good. But then here's your hold. So if you're not there already, we'll do this one for 3 minutes. I'm just going to reset here. There's another version of this one that I do where the top leg takes back and the bottom leg comes forward. If that one is a little bit more comfortable to you today, you can take that version. Just make sure that whatever version you take, you can do it on both sides. So I am healthy and full of energy. I make conscious choices to improve my physical health every day. I take care of my body because I only have this body and it houses my spirit. I take care of my body because I only have this body and it houses my spirit. Return to your Ujjayi breath. If you need to, breathe and expand. Good. And there might be some of you out there too, where this front leg, if you've got a knee issue, having your ankle kind of be down here doesn't feel so good to it. You can always put something under that foot if you need it. I monitor environmental toxins in my environment, minimize those exposures so my body can function optimally. Drinking more water and herbal teas will help your body function more optimally, helps your kidneys do a little bit of a better job, helps your lymphatic system do a better job. The dirty dishwater of the body requires movement for that lymph and that dirty dishwater to flow. So if you ever are like doing some kind of a detox, make sure there's a lymphatic massage in there. Get out some of the crap that your body's been harboring. And from here, when you're ready, I'm going to release my foot. Good. And I'm just going to let that bottom leg slide up here. Good. I'm going to carefully turn. I'm going to come back onto my back. I'm pressing into my feet. And I'm coming back to kind of where we started here. And then just let yourself get a nice windshield wiper. So you should feel a little bit more open on the side that was on the top. That's the side that you opened a little bit here. Good. And so then just so that my back is not to the camera, I'm just going to come up here and we'll take that onto the other side. So from here, good. I'm going to bring in my knees. Good. My top leg is going to stay where it is. I'm going to shift that back leg back. Top arm's going to come back. I'm going to bind with the foot, ankle, plant, whatever it is that I have. And then I'm going to open the chest up. Breathing and expanding. If the bind is too much on your knee, that bottom knee, then listen to your body and don't bind. Part of a healthy lifestyle is honoring where you are, not going beyond. Hands are a little slippery here. I'm a guide. You are your own boss. I take care of this body because it is the only body that I have, and it houses my spirit. How about I am able to attract all the sweetness in life without filling it with harmful substances. I am able to attract all the sweetness of life without filling my body with harmful substances. I'm turning the breath. I am healthy and full of energy. Good. And then from here, good. Release your bind. Good. Legs are going to come back up in alignment with each other. We're going to carefully come back onto our back here. Remember, you're a little bit more vulnerable on that top side. And then once you're ready, you can get a nice little windshield wiper here. Good. And let's take this into a supine twist. So from here, and let's just do this basic, nothing too fancy. So I'm going to take my arms kind of out to the side or wherever they're comfortable. Knees in tabletop position. So knees over the hips and parallel to the floor. And I'm going to let those knees go to my left, which is towards the camera. And then I'm going to turn towards my right. We'll do this one for a couple minutes here. So next affirmation is it comes naturally for me to feel good and healthy. It feels naturally for me to feel good and healthy. So really breathe and expand here. Finding the Ujjayi Pranayama here. Belly button is still in here. It comes naturally for me to feel good and healthy. It comes naturally for me to feel good and healthy. All these affirmations you should be repeating to yourself, whether you believe them or not. Talking to your body in a more positive manner helps it change for the better. Puts out good juju. Good. And then from here, we'll take the head back to center. You can use your abs to bring both legs back to center at one time or one leg at a time, coming back to center. And again, just give yourself a little wiggle here. Notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So just so that I have more room over here, I'm just gonna scoot out a little bit. And then when you're ready, taking your arms where you need to take them, knees back into tabletop position. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna take those legs over to the right, opening up here now through the left side. 2 minutes. As we take care of our bodies and make good choices, you can then say, my immune system is incredibly strong. My immune system is incredibly strong. There are a few exceptions, but if you take care of your body, giving it good nutrition, good exercise, good air, good water, then your immune system will be very strong and you'll be more likely to fight off colds and other little illnesses. And then if you do get something like, for example, COVID or influenza, then hopefully it won't be as bad of a case if your immune system is strong. Versus being unhealthy and sick all the time. We've got Ujjayi breath. We're breathing and expanding. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, head will come back to center in the way that's best for your body. Make your way back to center and can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now, I am going to carefully come up from here and grab my strap. So you'll want to grab yours as well. And we're just going to open up again just a little bit differently than where we were. So I've got my strap. I'm going to take my left foot into the strap. Good. And if it would feel okay, you can just take some circles here for a moment, just a few circles, and just to kind of lubricate that joint, and then just kind of moving it in the opposite direction. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good, I'm going to take my right leg long. I'm going to take both straps into the left hand, and I'm going to just kind of do an arc over here. You can keep your leg here if you're tired of twisting too much. You don't have to go all the way over. You can just do this 45 degrees. You can have a bend in the knee or a long leg. You can move the foot around, finding interesting stretches, or you can take it all the way over into another twist, opening up again here. Belly button is in. So I take care of my physical body and allow my spiritual self to blossom and flourish. I am healthy and full of energy. I make conscious choices to improve my physical health every day. My immune system is incredibly strong. And when you're ready, we'll bring this back up. Good. You can do a midair switcheroo here with the other leg. So I'm just going to kind of move over into the side now. Good. So again, if it would feel good to you to just take a few little circles here. And other direction. Good. And then we'll bring that up. Good. Left leg's going to come long. Straps are going to come into the left hand. So remember, you can do that arc over, moving things around, or you can take it all the way over. Good. Finding that nice twist here. So leg stays in line with the hip if you're taking it all the way over. I am able to attract all the sweetness of life without filling my body with harmful substances. I monitor my environment that I'm in for toxic substances to minimize that, so my body can run an optimal health. And when you're ready, we'll bring that back up. Good. And we'll remove that foot from the strap. So from here, if you need to kind of just bring the knees from side to side, if it would feel good to you to take your knees into your chest, find some nice length here from crown to tail, you can take that. Otherwise, carefully roll over to your side and then bring yourself up to a seat. So we're going to go to our final pose here before we go into Shavasana. And that's going to be the more restorative twist with the bolster. So I'm going to bring my bolster in here. And you can also do this with some folded stacked blankets. I recommend kind of having a fold similar to this and then just stacking them up. You can also do this with a few or one really firm pillow. But this one is going to be 2.5 minutes on each side. Sometimes if I do this one for too long, I have a tendency to fall asleep here. So from here, good, I'm just going to pull this all the way in. And how you do your legs here is really more about comfort. So my knees and legs are comfortable here. Other people might be more comfortable sticking a leg out, and, just do whatever it is that you need to do. But from here, I'm going to be as tall as I can. I'm going to rotate towards my bolster. And then I'm just gonna walk this down. So now my body is nice and supported in this twist. And you can take your head in either direction. There are some people that like to take it in the opposite. For me, it's not comfortable. I like to take my head more in the direction that my knees are going. So I take care of my body because this is the only body that I have, and it houses my spirit. Breathe and expand. I am worthy of good health and wellness. I am worthy of good health and wellness. And as you're here, just let yourself sink into your prop. Let those knees and legs relax and release. This comes out of restorative yoga, so there's nothing really active about it other than the breath. Breathe and expand. And back to intentions of good health. Bringing back that ujjayi. And then from here, when you're ready, good. Carefully take your hands more under your shoulders. Press yourself up. Good. And then coming out of that twist. Good. So we will take this to the other side. A little bit dizzy there for a moment. Got a little too deep into that one. Good. This is why I don't do it for too long, unless my goal is to take a little nap. So from here, good. I've got the bolster on the other side now. Taking my legs where they feel comfortable. Good. And then in as tall of a spine as I can get myself from here, I'm going to rotate towards my bolster, blankets, pillows, props, whatever it is you have. And then I'm going to fold over it. Good. And just take my head in the same direction of the knees. Breathing and expanding. And then how about each day I give thanks for my health and well-being. Each day I give thanks for my health and well-being. And I do not take this gift of health for granted. I do not take this gift of health for granted. Breathing and expanding. You can let everything go here for the most part, except the breath. My immune system is incredibly strong. It comes naturally for me to feel good and healthy. It comes naturally for me to feel good and healthy. I do not take this gift of health for granted. I'm healthy and full of energy. And from here, when you're ready, slide your hands underneath the shoulders, pressing yourself up. Good. And then from here, my friend, it is time for Shavasana. So from here, I'm just going to kind of move this out to the side. I'm going to use this bolster for my Shavasana today. So I'm just going to take my legs over it. I'm going to bring in my other blanket and use that as a little bit of a neck pillow here. So as I come in, this here, my setup is in itself a restorative yoga pose. Works really nice for Shavasana too. So from here, just kind of wiggle around, make yourself about 10% more comfortable than what you are. And I'll leave you with the final thought of I am a magnet for healthy, uplifting, and empowering energy. I am a magnet for healthy, uplifting, and empowering energy, which helps you achieve optimal good health. And then taking some deeper breaths here. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes. Choose stillness or taking knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body grounded or maybe lifting up into a full body hug. And choosing stillness or moving any props out of the way that you may have used for your Shavasana time. Good. Taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips, the edge of the toes, full body stretch, point and flex those feet. Bend and stretch those hands, rolling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees and rolling over to your right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment, taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to that comfortable seat where we started our practice, coming back into that nice tall spine, noticing how you feel. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up, inhale and reach. Looking up there at those hands as they come together, exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back to all of those affirmations and maybe the intention of good health. One more time. And take the thumbs to the forehead for good and true thoughts, to the lips for good and kind words, and to the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well, may you find your path to optimal health and well-being. Namaste.